Test, test. All right, we're live. We're live, everybody. Thank you for viewing. I'm going to do some best ball. I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it because this has. Can I change the title over here somewhere? I don't want it to just be insert ad, delay ads. Yeah, we're not going to throw any ads on here. Oh, here we go. Are we customization, live chat? Yes, live chat, leaderboard. Anyone? Live reactions, yeah. We don't need a message delay. Okay. Okay, so we're live. We're going to go ahead. Let me go ahead and throw us in here just in case we have to wait to get into one of these. Oh, look at that. It's a good sign of things to come. If you're new here, I posted a couple of these, and we're drafting out of the 5. A couple of these best ball PGA Tour videos. This still looks kind of small. Oh. No, that's fine. I posted a couple of these best ball videos, and they did particularly well. So I have about an hour to kill. We'll go ahead and do a couple of these drafts, and if anyone has any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat. Let me make sure everything is looking okay from the user side. I think we're okay. I'm getting a warning on my end, but I think we're good here. Hold on, I'm going to mute myself. Yeah, I think we look good. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in here. It doesn't have to be about golf, right? We don't need to do golf, but we'll be doing a couple drafts, shooting the breeze, and we can have discussion about PGA Tour, about football, whatever you want. And I'll go ahead and do PGA Tour Fall Cup rankings. We'll do that just so we have that. Yeah, Scheffler goes 1, no question. But I talked Sung. This guy doesn't know Sung JM. So we got by this in our last video. If you watched the last video, Sung JM committed to live yesterday. Same with Siwoo Kim. So I don't know why people are still drafting him. That's see, and now we're stuck in a peculiar situation. I'm going to go Xander simply for the fact that I don't have a lot of him. Not because I think that's probably what we should do, just for the fact that we don't have a lot of him. So what I'll do is I'll go him. Who's the best golf? Rory, probably Rory, and then so we went Xander, Rory, and then we're really going to have to hit home the guys that are going to be playing a lot of golf, because those guys are almost going to be exclusively signature events. Can I change the thumbnail? I don't want the thumbnail to just be... Right now, it's just the KK logo. People aren't going to... I can add some tags, altered content. No, play. Oh, there we go. Upload a thumbnail. Hey, we're stepping it up here. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll see if that entices anybody, because right now we're at 1 viewer. Okay. Coming back on us at pick 17, Eric Cole's the play here if he's still available. Don't hate Harry Hall. If we go Harry Hall, Eric Cole, that's not a bad combination. And then we start going for the guys that we think are going to play a lot of golf. Nice. Now let's see if Eric Cole survives. I would be surprised if he does. Aaron Rye. That's honestly not a bad pick. And Akshay Bhatia, not a bad pick either. All right, so we have Schauffele, McIlroy, Hall for 3 signature event guys, and they are going to play almost exclusively signature events. So we need to go. We really need to get some guys down there this time, and maybe not a signature event guy. So I'm thinking, yeah, no scroll. Hoey maybe. Thompson I don't hate. Spieth, maybe we'll go Spieth in this one. Hoagie I don't hate because he played, for being as old as he is, he's surprisingly played a lot of golf last year being a signature event guy, qualifying for the signature events. Poston is another option. Those are 2 guys that I think are being underdrafted right now. Poston can putt. Hoagie, he's all right, but he played a lot of golf last year for being qualified for all the signature events. Hoey's falling. I like Thor Bjornsson is going to be my most owned golfer this year, by the way. There's no doubt about that. Don't let him fall. Don't let him fall. Nice. Go Goddard up. Spieth. I think we're going to skip over Spieth. I'll be honest. The fact that we have Rory and Xander worries me a little bit if Spieth ends up not playing as much golf as I think. So we'll go Thompson. No, we won't. We'll go... Shoot. Hoagie or Spieth? We'll go Spieth. I hate it. Oh, I hate it. That might end up biting me in the butt. And then we'll go probably Poston on the next one if Hoagie doesn't get taken, which Hoagie might not get taken. I think his age is going to scare a lot of people off, but we'll see. And I'll even pull it up real quick in between picks. This is so small. Hold on. Let me make it a little bigger. Where's that guy at? Hoagie. He was in all of the signature events last year, and he played in 92 PGA Tour rounds. So he played a lot of golf last year, given that he didn't really need to. He had already qualified for all of the signature events. So that's kind of what I'm hanging on to. This guy knows what he's doing. They took Thor Bjornsson and Poston, and I like Homa. I'm starting to come around on the Finau train. He's playing this week in an event he normally would have no business playing in. Maybe that's a positive signal for 2025 or 2026. We'll see. I'm still a little skeptical because of the whole kid thing. Family thing. Oh my gosh. These people are taking my guys out from under me. I like Byung Hung An. Go him. Denny McCarthy, I like as an option as well. Tony Finau, we'll mark him. Should we go McCarthy or Finau? That's the question with this pick, because neither guy's going to be available the next time we're around. Finau's playing this week in an event he really has no business playing in. He wouldn't have played in previous years. Might be a positive signal. But Denny McCarthy also played in a lot of golf last year. Let's go Finau. So right now you can see here we have Xander and Rory, 2 guys that aren't going to play a lot of golf, but are good golfers. Harry Hall, he's going to play less. Eric Cole will play a lot. Huey will play a lot. Spieth, to be determined. He'll play a lot. Finau, I think, will play more. I don't want to say I think we'll play more, but I'm higher on him now than I was when I first started drafting because he is playing this week in a tournament that I did not expect him to play in. So, for viewers, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the chat. I have it pulled up right here. I can answer whatever you want. So next, if McCarthy falls, we'll go McCarthy. That would be ideal. McCarthy played how much golf last year? And again, this is sorted by rounds played last year, so if it's closer to the top, they played more golf. McCarthy, 88 rounds isn't that bad for a guy that qualified for all of the signature events. I don't hate that, honestly. Well, it doesn't matter. Someone took him. Okay, so we need to game plan here. No. Tagala's interesting. Will he be healthy? He's going to have to play a lot of golf to get back to what his status was 2 years ago. The question is he going to be healthy? I think he dealt with a neck injury for the better course of last year. Ryan Fox, I'm not interested in. Brennan, that's an interesting option. And obviously, I love Kevin Yu. We know how much I love Kevin Yu. Let's go Brennan. Let's go Brennan, and then let's go Yu. Nice. That made our decision for us. And then what do we have? Is that it? No, we have 2 more to go. Let's scroll. I'm just going to give it one big scroll. No. Dylan Wu's fighting for his tour card. No. Any guys down here? Hayden Buckley. Charlie Hoffman. Lipsky? I don't even know if he's... Sorry, this is a little small. Lipsky has provisional tour status, so I don't hate going after him. Bryce Garnett. Let's go... Could go with Rasmus Højgaard. Also like Rasmus Peterson, Rasmus Niergaard. So we have 2 picks left. We'll do any combination of those. Almost certainly those guys are still going to be available. This team is not shaping out to be too bad. We got 2 pretty good golfers. Honestly, the person that wins this tournament will probably be someone that drafted out of 1-1, if I had to guess. We'll go Lipsky, and then we'll go Højgaard to finish it out. And that'll bring us to an end there. So we have we'll pull up the full draft here. We are right here. Shoffley, McElroy, Hall, Cole, Hui, Spieth, Byung-Hung N, Finau, Brennan, Yu, Lipsky, Højgaard. Not bad. Not bad. I don't hate that draft. Let's try to get into one more here. We might be waiting a little bit. Let's see. If anybody's watching and they have done drafts before, I'm interested to see interested to hear how you guys have done so far and what your strategy has been. Someone asked me a very interesting question on YouTube today. What should they go for in terms of signature event golfers versus non-signature event golfers? I'm getting a little static here. Make sure our connections are good. A guy asked me, what is the ratio? Do you go for 8 signature event guys that have locked up signature events and 4 that have not? Do you go 6 and 6? And my answer to that is it doesn't really. I don't like giving those firm deadlines, and this is kind of a problem that I see in this space where it's like people pay for rankings and people pay for this advice, and it's like, well, it depends how your draft goes. I think the answer I gave was if you get a good golfer that is qualified for all of the signature events, I think the Rory McIlroys, I think Russell Henley, Tommy Fleetwood, they're not going to be playing a lot of golf, then maybe you go 4-6, so four golfers that have qualified for them all. Or I'm sorry, it'd be 4-8. Four golfers that have qualified for the signature events, 8 golfers that have not, and hope that you can win enough in those non-signature event weeks to advance, and then you also have golfers that could also play their way into the signature events. But if you're getting guys like a Sam Burns in the 3rd round, who historically has played in a lot of events, given the fact that he's qualified for signature events, then you can afford to go closer to a 6-6 and get those guys later. I think Keegan Bradley, Brian Harman, that are only going to play in signature events, that are, in my opinion, more well-rounded golfers. That was my answer to that question, but it was a very good question that I got in one of the video comments. And if you haven't checked those out, I have the first video that we posted is a primer and overview of the format, the prize pool, the strategy, and then the second video I posted, I think I did 2 drafts, both of which I didn't know Siwoo Kim had committed to live. I almost drafted Siwoo Kim in the first or second, I think the second draft, and we drafted Sung J M in both of the drafts yesterday, and he announced for live. I don't know if it was announced before or after I recorded the video, but I looked today, and Sung J M's playing on live, and I drafted him in both of my drafts. I drafted him because he played in a lot of golf. I think he was the one golfer that had qualified for all of the signature events that played the most PGA Tour rounds. I drafted him twice, and I got the live news. I was like, oh, well, I'm screwed. And then the last draft we did, if you were here for the last draft that I just completed, the guy drafted Sung J M in 3rd, from the 3rd spot. So either he didn't know the news or there's something I'm missing. I guess I could look that up. But as far as I know, Sung J M is committed to live. Oh, wait. PGA Tour winner shuts down live rumors with 2 words. Let's see what those 2 words were. Sung J M's resume makes him attractive. Okay, gotcha. Fake news. Wow. We have a little drama. So it was rumored today that Sung J M had committed to Live Tour. This was on Golf Today, maybe. And this little news piece is saying that that is not happening. Siwoo Kim is already committed for this year. That's crazy. So that makes sense why he's getting drafted now. So Sung J M is back on the draft train. He's my number 1 guy right now. He's probably the best golfer that is qualified for all of the signature events that plays the most golf. And we can go back and look to this from last year. If you haven't watched my latest video, this is a list of sorted by the most rounds played last year, all of the golfers from last year, and who played the most golf, and then what their FedEx Cup rank was. So in column B here, if you have somebody that was ranked 50 or above, they qualified for all of the signature events. But we know the nature of this tournament. You need to get guys that are going to play a lot of golf. So you would think the guys that qualify for the signature events already will not be playing to try and get a spot in these signature events. But Sung J M and Siwoo Kim are exceptions to that rule. They were both in the top 10, and they qualified for all of the signature events. Siwoo Kim has committed to live. Sung J M apparently did, and now we're getting reports that he's not. I'm going to draft as if he's not, and I will eat the loss if that ends up being true. I guess I should probably double check and see if Siwoo Kim, if that news is official. Per report, this is Okay. Wait a second. What is going on? This literally says Siwoo Kim confirmed that Live Golf offered him a contract, adding that he decided to turn it down. Kim will be playing on the PGA Tour. So there we go. We want Siwoo Kim and we want Sung J.M. What's up with this incorrect reporting? You should be banned. You should be banned. So I see we have a couple more viewers here. Yesterday we drafted. I took Sung J.M. in both, and I almost took Siwoo Kim in one until we saw that he was moving over to Live. And then I checked this. Siwoo Kim is not going to Live, and Sung J.M. said he's not going to Live. He responded fake news. So this is important because these are two guys very high up. They played a lot of golf last year, and they qualified for all of the signature events. As you can see in this little sheet we created, 20 sorted by rounds played last year. Sung J.M. qualified for all of the signature events. He played in 97. Siwoo Kim qualified for all of them. He played in 99. This is huge news. So if you're drafting, that's important to know. You're going to see, let's see if they still have that news up. Sung J.M. swapping over to Live Golf. Guys, this is a great opportunity. If you have people drafting and they think that they're going over to Live, you can snatch these guys up now. Well, Siwoo Kim, he's probably fallen off the map. Guys, if this Siwoo Kim, if this isn't true and he's staying on the PGA Tour, that is huge. That is huge. He's going 21st, and he should not be getting drafted 21st if he's staying on the PGA Tour. We might have something here. So now we wait for one more. Again, if you're watching and you have any questions, please leave them in the chat. I can't answer all of them. This is kind of a niche thing, and you're going to start to see people are already starting to publish content around this, and I feel like they're a little late to the game, if you want me to be completely honest. So, can answer any questions. Until then, we will sit here and wait. A shout out to all of my 21 Pilots listeners. Now I just sit in silence. If you're watching, you wouldn't mind liking the stream. That helps a lot too. Get it in front of the people who want this content the most. 4 viewers, thank you. And if you've done any drafts, holler at me. Let's take a look, actually, while we're waiting. Let's take a look at the current standings. Don't want Grant Thornton. I want this one. So this is interesting too. This is a very important tournament because this year it's the Corn Ferry Tour. It's the Q School. Let me make it a little bigger. The top 5 finishers get a PGA Tour card, full PGA Tour membership for the 2026 season. So this is going to be very important for our sake. Hayden Springer is a guy that I have my eye on. Ben Coles. I mean, a lot of these names we saw last season in events. Meissner, that has to be a Meissner brother. Is that a dad brother from Mac? I remember seeing Summer Hayes last year, Cone, Pock, Hadwin. That's crazy. Russell Knox, I remember seeing his name. Toasty, probably not pronounced Toasty. Capon, Suber. What's he in the FedEx Cup right now? FedEx Cup 120. So he has conditional status. Not full status. He has conditional status. Can you filter by? No. I wanted to sort. Putnam. Is he not qualified? Hold. Yeah, 114th. So he has conditional status as well. Guys that are in this field are just playing. Well, I mean, they're playing for their tour card. Viegas? He doesn't have his card? Whew. No. Anybody else? Harry Higgs? That's a name I haven't heard in a while. 130. He doesn't even have conditional status. He's just on the outside. If you're joining right now, this is the Corn Ferry Tour Q School tournament that's going on this week. Top 5 get full PGA Tour cards. So very important tournament to some of these guys. We're waiting for one more person in. We're waiting for one more person in this draft, and then we will get started, and we will do this draft, and we will be done for the night. If it could fill, we just need one more. If you're watching this, go join. That would be fun if you're watching it to go join and let me know, and we can draft against each other. We can use our own strategies against each other. Hope we finally get the 1-1 here. I think we got the 1-1 on our first draft on my first video. We need one more, so if you're watching, feel free to join. We can draft against each other. It's the Scramble. We'll do one more draft. One more draft, and we will be done. The MLB Best Ball is also live. Playoff Best Ball for the NFL is also live. So a lot of fun drafts going on right now. It's a time to be on Underdog. Lots of good drafts that are strategy based, which I appreciate. The playoff best ball is very much strategy. Any type of best ball has a game theory element that I think is very fun. So still waiting for one more. Dang, come on. Part of me just wants to join a best ball one. Or sorry, that was dumb. An NFL best ball, playoff best ball draft. While we're waiting. I feel like I need some background music. I wish YouTube was a little more lenient on what you could and couldn't do for music, or else we get some background music in here. We'd be having the time of our lives. It's a shame I see people popping in and out. There's not really much to do. If you have any questions, fire away. probably the best way to stay occupied. There's also a deeper strategy. Like, you also have to consider who is eligible for majors. Maybe we'll take a look at that while we're waiting. Signature events, PGA Tour major qualification. Because you might have guys that have qualified for all of the signature events and play a lot to qualify for the majors. Byung Hung An. Is it An or On? If anybody's watching and knows. He hasn't qualified for any, like, I think he's going to find himself playing a lot of golf. I don't have much of him because he's getting old, and he also didn't end the year very well. Daniel Berger's another guy that ended the year pretty poorly and is old. Batia might try to play himself into the, what's the one he's missing here? PGA Championship. Keegan Bradley's got all of them. Michael Brennan does not. Michael Brennan's going to be a guy this year. He's going to be a guy we see a lot of. Are there any big names here? Burns is qualified for all. Angel Cabrera. Oh, brother. I'm thinking big names. Eric Cole. That guy's going to be playing so much golf this year. You got to get your hands on Eric Cole if you can. Pause. Couples. Still waiting for one person. I promise I haven't forgot. Jason Day might try to play his way into the Opens, US and the Open, A Open, whatever you want to call it. Detry, he's a signature event guy that, I guess that'd be probably a pretty easy way to do this. We just Control F signature event, skip, and it will give us all of the guys. So this Daniel Berger might not be bad. He might play to try and get into the majors because he hasn't qualified for any of them. 6 viewers, guys, please. We're waiting for one more person to join our draft. So hit me with questions while we're waiting. Or go join the draft if you want to draft against us. Or draft against me. Right now we're looking at golfers that have qualified for all of the signature events, but maybe not majors, and seeing if we can find an edge there. So, Batia, Bridgman. When's the next draft? Gray, we are in a lobby right now. We are waiting for one more person. So, I've got my eye on the top left corner as we're looking at golfers that have qualified for the signature events, but not the majors. So if you want to draft against me, feel free to go join. We're waiting for one more. But we are contingent on this last spot filling. Appreciate the chat. Thank you very much. And thank you for your support. So the reason I'm looking at this again, if you're just joining, is because some of these golfers that have qualified for all of the signature events may also try to play their way into the majors. I think specifically, is it... there's a Texas swing. It's Valero, it's Valspar, and it's Texas Children's Houston Open. I think is before the Masters. And I think if you play well enough ahead of the Masters and you haven't qualified, you can qualify for the Masters that way. So this could end up being important. It's not what I base my strategy around, but while we're killing time, it doesn't hurt to look. Currently watching while working, so I'll have to catch you on this one. Gray, appreciate it. We'll try to do this more. Again, thank you for the support and best of luck finishing up the workday. Almost to the weekend, man. Or woman. I don't know. I'm guessing man. Thank you again, Gray. Sam Burns, all of them. Brian Campbell. Bud Cauley. I wouldn't be against that if he wasn't so old. Jason Day. Again, old guy. Harris English. Wait a second. Harris English. Thomas Detry. He's a young guy. Me personally, I don't think Detry's a very good golfer. So I try to stay away. He might be worth taking a couple times, but I don't think he's very good. Fitzpatrick, Fleetwood, no reason. Fowler is not bad. We drafted him in our first video. I don't hate that, even though he has qualified for the signature events. I don't hate the idea of taking him late because he's going in the last round. Even if he showed a glimpse of what he used to be at the end of last year. What we got here? Ryan Fox, no. Ryan Gerard, I think he's an old guy. Grazerman. Lucas Glover, another old guy. Goddard has qualified for everything, although I don't think Goddard's as good as what we make him out to be. Ben Griffin, again, he's a guy that I'm at where he's currently being drafted, fading him with ADP 2 or 3. I don't think he's going to play nearly as much golf this year as he did last year. Now, and I could be wrong. That's I'm planting my flag there. I would take him in round 2. But that's the thing with these things. It's you have to have a range. Like Ben Griffin is not worth it at the 3 spot. Ben Griffin is probably worth it at 10. And like Tommy Fleetwood, when I was first drafting these, he was falling to the 50th pick. Tommy Fleetwood is worth it at 50. He's not worth it at 10. And I don't know what has changed in user behavior to bump his ADP up that much, but it's not worth at 10. It is worth it at 50. So a lot of these guys, I think we're good. Oh, we got the 2. We got the 2 again. So now here's the question. See, Ben Griffin's ADP is up to 2 now. He's 2.9. He's up to 2. Gray, I hope you're still here. I'm not going to go Ben Griffin. Xander, Rory. I think I go M. I don't want to go Ben Griffin with 2. I don't want to go Xander again. Deadly Deuce. You got that right, Gray. And I don't know if you were here at the beginning, Gray, but we got that the first draft too. We got 2, and we went Xander with the first pick, and I'm just not going to do that again. Sungjae M and Siwoo Kim, again, news broke yesterday. They were both signing with Liv. Now I'm reading that they were just offered contracts, and they're not actually going. So I am going to draft like they are not going to Liv. That is what I'm going to do. They are not going to Liv. And honestly, 2 for Sungjae M is a reach. Maybe I do go. No. I was hoping he didn't have it set. I was hoping he didn't have his presets. Okay. So Sungjae M, we're going to have the 11 and the 14. That's probably going to set us up. Jeez, man. Sam Burns. I feel like I've drafted this team 1,000 times. The question is, have their ADPs changed since that news dropped? Gray, yes. Siwoo Kim dropped big time yesterday. I think he was going in the top 10, if I remember correctly. And that dropped significantly. And then Sungjae M, I didn't do many drafts this morning after that news broke because I think when we drafted yesterday, the news hadn't broke yet. And we were getting him at the 7 spot. And so I don't know. I saw a guy in our first draft on this live stream take M at 3, and I was like, what is this guy doing? He's playing Liv. And that's when I double checked the news, and you can see I don't have it up anymore, but I Googled it, and M himself posted on social media fake news about it. So they were offered contracts, and it was reported that because they were offered contracts, they're going to Liv, and apparently they're not. So I'm drafting as if they're not going to Liv, and that sets. Sorry, I got a timer set. I have bread baking. That sets us up for Sam Burns. Again, I think he'll play a lot of golf, and we're going to have. I'm going to go Harry Hall and hope that people are still thinking Siwoo Kim is going to Liv. Because that news, the Siwoo Kim staying on the PGA Tour news, was not as well reported as Sungjae M, in my opinion. So we'll go Harry Hall. No, we won't. Or we will go Harry Hall, but 13 for Siwoo Kim. That's a guy that knows what he's doing. Oh, brother. Okay. This will be our last one, by the way, if you're watching. If you've enjoyed this or you found it useful, please like the stream. That helps us a lot. Subscribe, and we'll do more of this moving forward. But thank you guys for watching. So now, I mean, no way Eric Cole gets to us, right? 23. I don't hate Aaron Rye. He's going to Grazerman's a good option too. Those are guys that have qualified for the first 2 signature events. But they're also outside of the top 50. Henley, no. Batia, I don't hate. I think Batia played 87 rounds and was in the top 50 last year. And who Grazerman played. Oh my gosh, dude. Rye. This is a sharp lobby. Jordan Spieth. Now we're kind of up a creek. I don't want Kim. I don't want Hovland. I don't want Novak. I don't want Goddard. Got to go with our boy Huey again. If this guy could just putt, Gray's a good name, just saying. I don't break 100 on the course, though. Gray. I'd tell you what, Grazerman, I think he's going to play a lot. I really like him this year. And he's been up and down. He was up and down last year, but I like him as an option. I don't break 100 on the course, though. I played in college and high school, so I played a lot of golf, but I've lost a lot of it. I've lost a lot of it. Michael Kim, no. Robbie Mack. I mean, he'll play in the Genesis Scottish Open. That's another thing you have to account for. He's a guy that will play over there, but he's not worth it to me. Poston's not bad. I really like Homa for this year, not because I think he's going to be any good, but I think he will play a lot. We got an uptick in viewers. This will be our last draft. Thank you guys. Thank you guys very much. So we'll go. We have it set out for us. I think we'll go. Ooh, someone's quick to it. You played golf for Ohio State. Gray, I did not play for Ohio State. So I went to Ohio State for my master's degree. I played golf for a very small school. Very, very small school. I was not stellar. I was shooting low 80s, high 70s. And I was able to play varsity for a small Christian school. Yeah, well, did not play golf for Ohio State. Was not that good. Now I'm shooting, like, every time I go out to golf now, I'm like 85. 85 is a good day at the golf course right now. Go out, have some fun. Garrick Higo. Am I crazy to think that he's playing this week at Sig? I get them mixed up. Sig and Higo. Of course, who doesn't get those two guys mixed up? I'm kind of back on the Finau train now that he's playing. He's playing this week or in 2 weeks. What is it? Playing in Grant Thornton Invitational. That's not an event I would take Finau playing. So I was hesitant about Finau because of his family, that he was going to play less golf. But the fact that he's playing in this event makes me think he might be playing in more than I thought. So I will reach for Finau a little bit, and I'll be drafting more of him. Tigala. Oh, never mind. Thomas, I'm fading. Do we go Wyndham Clark? He's a head case, man. I don't know. I don't have any of them yet. Let's just go for it. Matt McCarty's a good option. He's not going to be available. Pot Gator's my guy. Mitchell's a good option. Rogers and Yeager, both great options. I was messing. I know you're a big M fan. Yeah, great. It's been a rough day for us Michigan fans. I did go to Ohio State, though. Did get my master's degree from there in 21. But I'm Michigan fan my whole life. So that takes precedent. But I'm looking at my Ohio State degree right now. Gray, if you know I'm a Michigan fan, then you're not You're not new to the channel. You've watched some of our football stuff. Is this the fall? Where's McCarty at? McCarty's going to be a good option if he gets to us because he has his full card. Just let him fall, baby. Since Grant Farley was on the show, man, I miss Grant. He was a blast to do the show with. Big Jets guy, Jets, Jets. We had some fun with it. So you're an OG. We'll go McCarty here. That's kind of cool that you've been watching that long and you're a fan of PGA Tour best ball. It feels like any sort of golf best ball is really niche and not a lot of people follow it. So, yeah, you have to tell Grant what's up. I need to reach out to him. I follow him on Instagram. He seems very happily married. Keith Mitchell or Pot Geeter. Here's the problem. Mitchell. Let's go Pot Geeter. No. Ugh. It's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's tough. The Pot Geeter has the distance. I think on any given week he can win a tournament, but man, he is going to get cut. He is going to get cut from tournaments. Is this already golf for 12? I feel like we've done. I'll be honest, first heard about it this week watching your video. Oh, nice. Well, I'm glad we could get you in on it. If you ever need any help getting set up or anything, I plan on doing more videos like this. I'm glad you take interest in it. It's fun, and it's also, if you don't want to do it every week, if you don't want to be doing fantasy golf every week, it's just a fun. You're invested. You keep track of your guys. My big thing is once football ends, like I work from home, so I like having something to watch during the workday, and you can just turn on golf on ESPN Plus and have it on in the background, and you can follow your guys. I enjoy that. So Keith Mitchell's fallen all of the way. Does Keith Mitchell have his card? Yeah, Keith Mitchell's going to be the go here. He has his full card. Now, we didn't go very deep on this one. Yeah, we did not get very deep here. But that's honestly not getting Keith Mitchell at 71 is a steal. Okay. That wasn't bad. We got let me make this big. We drafted from the 2. No, I'm sorry. We drafted at the 5 last time, I think. Sung J M, Sam Burns, those are 2 guys that I think are going to play a lot of golf that qualify for all the signature events. Harry Hall, good golfer. Aaron Rye, Rico Huey, JT Poston, Michael Thor Bjornsson, Tony Finau, Wyndham Clark, Matt McCarty, Pot Geeter, and Mitchell. I'm a big fan of that lineup. Really liking that one. So, guys, thank you for watching. Gray, thank you for talking in the chat. It's a lot more fun when I have someone to talk to rather than just looking at my screen. So, thank you guys. If you enjoyed it, like it. Please subscribe. That is probably the number one way to help us out. I'll be doing more of this. The reception's been pretty positive. So thank you, everybody. And keep an eye out. Make sure you subscribe for our latest content. We're going to be here for college football playoffs. We just posted our NFL show. We're going to be doing, I'm probably going to have NFL best ball streams with everybody, not just me. So be sure to be locked in, be tuned in. Gray, you have a good night as well. Thank you, everybody.